Hello and welcome to ZTN News Blitz. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Owen Kaura. Let's take a look at our top stories. Zimbabwe is studying a COVID-19 variant before buying a vaccine. Rushwaya's return divides miners. COVID-19 rips Enzo Eichel apart. And in sport, we go inside the Chevrons camp. Zimbabwe is investigating the most prevalent variants of the COVID-19 virus in the country before settling for a suitable vaccine. This comes at a time when there is evidence that some vaccines are effective against certain variants of the virus. World Health Organization country representative Dr. Alex Kazasira told ZTN that the investigations are critical in making informed decisions on procuring the vaccine. The global health body has recommended that countries should start their vaccine rollout within the first 100 days of the year.
The authorities, the Ministry of Health and Child Care, has taken action to do the genetic sequencing of the virus that is circulating. I'm aware that up to 400 samples are being evaluated, and we should have that information soon, because that is going to help us to understand the different strains or which strains are circulating in Zimbabwe. And again, with this information, as well as the information that will be available to us from studies that are happening in different parts of the world, including in South Africa, we will then be able to determine the impact, the potential impact of different vaccine types on the strains that are circulating in Zimbabwe, and then the right decisions can be made.
Now, Zimbabwe's Information Minister, Senator Monica Mchangwa, told journalists in Harare on Tuesday that Treasury had set aside $100 million to procure the vaccine. Zimbabwe will receive 200,000 doses of the Sinopharm vaccine from China next week.
In terms of vaccines procurement, the government of the People's Republic of China has extended a donation of 200,000 Sinopharm COVID-19 vaccine doses. The donation and the initial batch purchased are expected in Zimbabwe by 15 February 2021 and the first week of March 2021, respectively. The 76 to 86% efficacy of the Sinopharm vaccine was endorsed by the World Health Organization. Meanwhile, efforts to procure other COVID-19 vaccines, such as the Sputnik Victory from Russia, among others, are underway.
ZANU-PF has postponed its Politburo meeting over COVID-19 fears. The party secretary for administration, Dr. Obit Mpofu, told ZTN correspondent Samantha Rusari that since the meeting was the party's first after the festive season, members had to be tested.
I mean, this is a decision that was taken after realizing that we are not prepared for the COVID evaluation. So we were invited people from all over the country. I mean, most of our political members are around the country. So we had overlooked the fact that we needed to ensure that they were negative in terms of their status. But then that had not been done, so we have said, let's allow that process to take place until next week. That's just the basic reason.
And in some good news, Zimbabwe has released funds to resume the manufacture of number plates locally. Authorities have partnered local universities to ensure that a production unit is set up. Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Minister, Professor Amon Murira, says the selling price of one registration plate will also drop from the current $80 and 35 cents to $45 and 61 cents.
We are making progress of now doing the operational work of establishing the plant. Treasury had agreed to release funding, and it has now been released. So I can confirm to you that it has been released. We expect to finish this project in terms of equipment with anywhere between 500,000 and $1 million US.
The Zimbabwe Miners Federation is at war with itself following the reinstatement of Henrietta Rushwaya as president of the organization. Rushwaya was suspended after she was arrested for allegedly trying to smuggle 6 kilograms of gold to Dubai. She was intercepted at the Robert Gabriel Mugabe International Airport in 2020 and is currently on bail. The Zimbabwe Miners Federation Secretary General Morgan Mugau claims Rushwaya was reinstated at a meeting held in Harare recently.
So we did suspend it. We did our investigations. All is above board. And as National Executive, we sat down today and said we really need our elected president taking the forward. Then we move on.
But a spokesperson, Desmond Mangisi, is singing a different tune. He spoke to ZTN.
I'm not saying I have no big large in it or ABCD, but whoever attended the meeting, so I don't know. But the organizational thing, ZMF is for small scale miners, and the owners of ZMF is the General Council Association, which form the board, the Apex board. So they usually sit on General Council. So the things were done, and they went to General Council, AGM, things were like that, and there were set offices. And then this development, it has never been communicated. Yeah, never been communicated.
However, Secretary General Mugau says the meeting to reinstate Rushwaya was above board.
The reason why this suspension was called a nullity, it was called a nullity. They did not follow the Constitution. Our Constitution Section 5.2.1, which consists of the management committee. The management committee was not a full quorum. And in terms of law, if things are not done properly, it's a nullity. So we cannot have Henrietta taking us to court because we did something that was unconstitutional.
Now, owners of illegal tuck shops and vending stalls in Harare have been put on notice. These structures are mainly located in high-density suburbs and the Mbare vegetable market. The Harare City Council says concerned businesses should leave before February 18, when removals are set to begin. Harare City Council spokesperson Michael Shideme spoke to ZTN's Patience Namburo.
What we have said is we are encouraging all illegal tax shop owners to remove their structures by themselves before 18 February. After which period, council will assist them to remove those structures, because we need to maintain the ambience and beauty of the city. We need to adhere to proper town planning guidelines. We don't subscribe to mushrooming of structures haphazardly, because that does not bring the correct image of Harare. Harare is a planned city and should remain a planned city.
In arts and entertainment, Zim dancehall artist Enzo Aishal is a broken man. The COVID-19 pandemic has separated him from his loved ones. The Kanjiva hitmaker has a message for his fans.
Introducing the COVID funeral plan from Doves. This policy covers death from COVID-19 or COVID-19 related funerals. The Doves COVID funeral plan is effective immediately with no waiting period. For more information, please contact 0731 772 784, 0731 772 782, WhatsApp 0731 750 989, email callcenter@doves.co.zw. Visit our website www.doves.co.zw or visit the Doves Holdings Facebook page. Doves, for the ones you love.
In Africa and world news, South Africa's Health Minister Willem Kize says government may sell or swap its doses of the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine, but it will wait for advice from scientists as it prepares to roll out an alternative American shot next week. Mkhize said the country will start vaccinating health workers with Johnson & Johnson's vaccine in the form of an implementation study with researchers sometime next week.
The efficacy studies, the Department of Health will continue its planned phase 1 vaccination, targeting the health workers using the Johnson & Johnson vaccine instead of the AstraZeneca vaccine. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine has been proven effective against the 501YV2 variant, and the necessary approval processes for use in South Africa are underway.
And Light and a Christian Gathering church leader, Shepherd Bushiri and wife Mary, have been summoned to appear in court for their extradition hearings on March 8 in Malawi. The couple appeared in court last month after a warrant of arrest was issued. The Bushiris fled South Africa in November 2020 while on bail. They're charged with theft, fraud and money laundering. And the U.S. Senate says the impeachment trial of former President Donald Trump is constitutional, allowing full proceedings to begin. Trump's defense team argued that he could not face trial after leaving the White House. But a 56-44 majority voted in favor of continuing, with a handful of Republicans backing the measure. Trump is accused of inciting insurrection when demonstrators stormed Congress in January. And up next is sports news.
Get Dove's funeral cover from the comfort of your home. Simply visit our social media platforms, Facebook page, Doves Holdings. Visit our website, www.doves.co.zw. Email callcenter@doves.co.zw. So get your Dove's funeral cover from anywhere you are, with no hustles and no need to travel. Only with Doves. Doves, for the ones you love.
And in sport, after the Zimbabwe women cricket team suffered a 178-run defeat to Pakistan on Tuesday, there is little hope they can bridge the gap on Friday. The Lady Chevrons' lack of preparedness gave Pakistan a field day at Harare Sports Club. A fifth-wicket partnership of 157 between Pakistan women captain Shaveria Khan and Alia Riaz was the main factor, as the visitors posted 225. Zimbabwe were 77 all out after just 34.1 overs. And the push for selection in the Chevrons squad to play Afghanistan continues at Old Harareans Sports Club, where Northerns are taking on Southerns. ZTN sports correspondent Brighton Jawi gives us an update.
Well, yes, it's day 3 at Old Harare Sports Club, where Zimbabwe is preparing for the tour of Afghanistan to play 2 tests and 3 T20s. The big story from the 3 days so far is Prince Masawa's 150 and Tatsem Sakanda's 100. This helped their team to score a big score, 508 for the loss of 502 for the loss of 8 wickets. They declared the score, which is a good sign when you're preparing for Test cricket. You need to bet time, you need to make scores. Right now the chase is on, and Victor Nyauch has just got Kevin Kasusa board, and betting now is Brian Mzinganyama and Tinashe Kamukangwe.
Now young Zimbabwean rugby star Tabani Maguranyanga could be the future of the sport in the country. The 18-year-old's move to French rugby club ASM Clermont-Auvergne, as exclusively reported by the Herald, could be the beginning of a successful journey. The club plays in the top level of the French league system and were champions in the 2009-10 and 2016-17 seasons. The departure of Warriors fringe player Takuzwa Chimwemwe from Zambian side Buildcon has left the club open to scrutiny. Chimwemwe, who has joined Champions Nkana, is one of many Zimbabwean star players to have joined Buildcon for short stints. The list now includes Devon Chafa, Tatenda Mukurula, Ngobizita Masuku, Patson Jaure, Joe Ngodzo and Donald Teguru. In an interview with ZTN, Chimwemwe avoided talking about push factors but preferred to look to the future.
It feels great to join Nkana Football Club because it's one of the biggest clubs in Zambia. So for me, it's a privilege to play for this team, and I hope to help them to achieve more titles, and I wish to win something with them.
And Real Madrid's 2-0 win over Getafe yesterday ensured that they are second in La Liga, closing the gap to leaders Atletico Madrid to just 5 points. Atletico Madrid on 51 points, however, have 2 games in hand. Now remember, you can catch some of the live matches right here on ZTN, the La Liga official broadcast partner. And that's the latest on ZTN News Blitz. Connect with us on our various social media platforms. Twitter at ZTN_news. Facebook, Zim Papers TV Network. Instagram at ZTN. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, ZTN. And of course, you can also visit our website, ztn.co.zw. Good afternoon.